Episode 2 of The Victory with my co-host, Pat. How we doing?
Doing great. I mean, could we be feeling any better? Is there a better time that we could have started this podcast, this Victory podcast? A better season,
I don't think
better
there is.
vibes, better playmakers. Never a better time.
Well, episode 1 was still on Taking It to the Max. This is technically episode 1 of The Victory. And while it hurts me to say, and if you go on my Instagram, my TikTok, those are really the only two things you can go on because they took down my YouTube channel for Taking It to the Max, which Pat was a part of. It hurts to say that YouTube is calling me a scammer and that I spam people, whatever that means. They shut it down. I put a lot of time and money into that podcast, but I don't mean to get like crazy emotional or anything about it. I did put a lot of time and effort into it and a lot of money, but I don't believe in like ghosts, aliens. What else don't I don't believe in a lot like karma. I don't believe in a lot of things. What I do believe is everything happens for a reason. That's like one of my main things.
Yeah.
And so I think while I put a lot of time and effort into that and while I love that podcast, everything happens for a reason. We're on to bigger and better things. And the Victory, if you can't see in the top right corner, that logo, it's tight. And I think it's just a great name that my co-host here thought of. And I think it's just going to be a great little podcast. I'm excited for it.
You should cry about your other podcast, though, right now on camera.
Should I? Well, if I could cry on the spot, then I'd be an actor. I wouldn't be a golf pro.
All right. Let's get into it, dude.
But anyway, so what are these stupid, goofy shades we got going here?
My sunglasses?
Yeah.
They're stupid. Those are Oakleys. Those are might be the nicest.
Yeah, why are you wearing them inside?
We're talking about the Vikes, right?
Are you gonna say block out the haters or something?
No. Oh. God, no. We're talking about the Vikings, and whenever we talk about the Vikings, you think about how bright their future is. And I can't look into this team's future without getting a headache. So I got to put the shades on because our future is too bright.
I like it. And then what about Sambo Field?
Oh, where we played last weekend? Sam Darnold owns that place, right? You don't know Sambo Field?
Yeah, where we played. No, I do.
The fucking Vikings steak in the 50-yard line.
You know what I did hear about? You know how they said like Kirktober?
Yeah.
They're starting to call it Sam Timber.
Hey.
Because they went 4-0. Which I'm totally on board for.
Absolutely.
Totally on board for. All right. Do you want to start with the stars of the game or recap the game?
A little preview and then we'll do some stars. Yeah.
So recap of the game.
What a absolute roller coaster of emotions that game. Absolute roller coaster. Couldn't have been a hotter start. We went down, drove the ball, scored a touchdown. My prediction, my pessimism, Pat, last week actually was talking about how Sam Darnold was going to make mistakes and turn the ball over, and those turnover-worthy plays were going to turn into turnovers, and Vikings weren't going to play very well. Well, it proved me wrong. The first drive of the game, Sam Darnold had a terrible throw, went right out of a Green Bay Packers' arms, and that was a huge momentum swinger. If we would have thrown that pick, the game would have been totally different. We drove down, threw a beautiful ball to Jordan Addison for a touchdown. That started the whole thing. And we absolutely rolled in the first quarter, 14-0 at the end of the first. Got a couple picks, couple turnovers, got it to 28-0. And then obviously, who's been having a great year, Jalen Naylor has been having a great – I always want to call him Jalen Reagor. Jalen Naylor has been having a great year. Terrible. Why are we throwing it back? That punt was absolutely killer for us.
He had a
Green Bay Packers game.
Maybe you confused him there because he had a Jalen Reagor moment there.
Oh, 100%.
Just a little moment.
Right, 100%.
When I think about my like top priorities in life, I'm getting deep here. I think about the border battle as being like right at the top there. My 100%. Family, my girlfriend, my friends, my co-host of The Victory, my job. Those are some priorities. But really, the border battle twice a year, 3 times if we get lucky in the playoffs, maybe. Never know. And I couldn't even watch it, which just sickens me. And we were so busy at work. And even though we were busy at work, I was like, oh, I can just like watch on the TV, like I'm checking people in, whatever. No, our work has the food and beverage closed for the year. So instead, I was selling beverages, making drinks, being a bartender for 5 hours, no TV in the snack bar. I didn't get to watch one play of the game. Obviously, I recorded it, and I kept getting scoring notifications on ESPN, which also was dumb of me because I should just turn them off once I realized I wouldn't be able to watch the game. But I went back home, watched every single play of the game. Just another masterclass, defensive masterclass, offensive. Brian Flores, Kevin O'Connell. We have our 3 stars of the game, but they could be the number 1 stars again this week because this team is just it's unlike any other team previously because I don't really think there's like 3 stars of every game. Like it's always everyone's just complimenting each other, which we never see with the Vikings. When we had Justin Jefferson, we still have him, but I feel like in previous years, he was carrying the offense. Stephon Diggs was carrying the offense in the Minneapolis Miracle. Our defense was carrying the team when we made some good playoff runs with Mike Zimmer. But now it's like everyone is just, JJ McCarthy's a rookie. He's our franchise quarterback. I think you could even put him on with this team with the lack of experience he has, and we'd still be in the same spot because Kevin O'Connell would set him up for success. And the defense would get after their offense. Obviously, that's all speculation. We don't know what JJ is going to be like, but I'm just saying you can plug and place a lot of quarterbacks, and it's taking nothing away from Sam Darnold because he still has to deliver the ball. He still has to, run the offense, which he's doing a great job of. I just think it's compliments to the coaching staff and what they're doing with this team.
I 100% agree with you, and I think I've talked about that a few times too. Is that Sam Darnold? He never showed us anything, right? With the Jets, never showed us anything.
Never.
With any other teams that he's ever
with
played for. So it's like, how could you have any? How could you have any expectation for this guy? You can have zero expectation. How could you? So, and it's just showing like what Kevin O'Connell did last year when he had Josh Dobbs, showing what he did. And we had Nick Mullins, still making us a competitive team. You can plug and play a lot of different quarterbacks. It's going to be a hot take. I've heard this at a couple other places too. If Sam Darnold brings us to the playoffs or keeps playing how he is now at an MVP level, do the Vikings have to re-sign him? And it's going to be for a big contract because he's playing well, right? In my opinion, no. You don't re-sign him. I think you roll with JJ McCarthy. The equation, the formula, I should say, for a team to win the Super Bowl nowadays is to have a quarterback, unless you're Mahomes, unless you're somebody unbelievably good. It's a young quarterback on a rookie deal, spread your money other places, and hopefully you hit on that quarterback to be great. And they love JJ McCarthy. They've been saying he's the quarterback of the future. I think you push your chips in. This team has never won a Super Bowl. Push your chips in the middle. Think that guy's going to be good. Roll with him. Don't spend $30 million, $35, $40 million on a year on Sam Darnold, who's very much an equivalent in my mind to JJ McCarthy. I think
just not as mobile.
And we'll have way more. We'll have way more discussions about this later in the year. Obviously, when we'll see what happens with Sam Darnold. But at this point, people are already bringing it up. I don't want to resign unless we win a Super Bowl. Do not sign Sam Darnold. That's a hot take.
I've seen it. I've seen that hot take before, and honestly, reminds me way too much of Case Keenum, the year of the Minneapolis Miracle.
100%.
Way too much of it. Where Case Keenum had better stats, he was doing better with the team than when we re-signed Kirk Cousins that following year. Yeah. But it's not like Case Keenum was the franchise quarterback. I don't think Sam Darnold's the franchise quarterback. Like I said, it just. You just kind of reiterated that hot take with me saying I think you could plug and place a lot of quarterbacks into the system right now and they'd succeed. With that being said, I also saw, do the Vikings go the route with – so, yes, they would have to re-sign Donald to do this, but do they go the route with Jordan Love with Aaron Rodgers? Jordan Love sat behind Aaron Rodgers after he got re-signed. He sat behind him for 4 full years behind Aaron Rodgers. And now look where, Jordan Love is now the highest paid quarterback. And I think he's good. I mean, we made him look bad, but we've made CJ Stroud look bad.
Right.
It's not like,
right.
So do you think they go that route? Would you mind
4
that?
years? I think that's the absolute worst thing you can do is wait 4 years. I mean, it maybe worked for Green Bay, but then you have to give that quarterback a new deal after, and you don't know what you have if you haven't played him for 4 years, and he's going to be up for a contract.
Right, but Jordan Love played all of last year while still being on his rookie deal, so you can see what you have with him. A full year.
Sure. I just don't want to re-sign. Yeah, I'd rather have the money put other places and see what you have in JJ McCarthy. Shown what Kevin O'Connell can do, he can pick up a quarterback in the off, like somebody who's a failed first round pick, like a Bryce Young. He could pick up for $10 million a year. You could pick up a Joe Flacco for not that many, $10 million a year or something like that.
Hey, I'm with you because you know how happy I was when we trade up to get. I mean, I love JJ McCarthy coming out of Michigan. People just absolutely harped on the Vikings for doing it because he handed the ball off so much, and they called him like the handoff king or whatever. But people don't realize like his mobility and his arm is so underrated. He has a huge arm and he's super mobile. I like what Sam Darnold's doing. He doesn't have either of those two things. He doesn't have a crazy.
Hey, he can move. He's got a good arm. He's got a third overall pick type arm. I just don't think he has first round pick, absolute like amazing playmaking, skill and decision making is the biggest thing for me. He makes some stupid decisions. Okay, let's get to our stars of the game. We obviously won the game. Way too close for comfort. Should have been a blowout. We obviously played it good enough for it to be a blowout. But I'm going to start with my third star of the game and work my way to one. My one star of the game is obviously the best. Third is the third. My third star, Will Reichert. It's not very often.
I told you it would be.
It's not very often that the Minnesota Vikings can watch another team's kicker fail and our kicker be good.
And one up it. Yeah.
Our kicker hasn't missed a field goal all year.
He sealed the game, brother. I mean,
hasn't missed a kick all year. When's the last time we can say that we're proud of a kicker or like trust in a kicker to make field goals? It's been a long freaking time, and this kid's shown. I mean, just all props to him so far this year. He's played great.
I like that one. I was considering him. He's like an honorable mention. Number 3 for me. Through 4 weeks. This is the first time that I'm really saying his name. I think he was an underrated signing. Shaquille Griffin had an interception and returned it for 28 yards into Green Bay's territory.
Love that.
Just watching that game, the defense had 3 interceptions, but it's the first time I think we really noticed Shaquille Griffin's impact. I think he had a good game. The thing with guarding the Packers, where also they're kind of like the Chiefs, they have all these like good wide receivers, but no like real one. So you have to match that with good cornerbacks, but you don't have to have a real one. So I think like a Byron Murphy, a Stephon Gilmore, while he used to be a cornerback one, isn't anymore. Shaquille Griffin, you have to have all hands on deck, and they did a great job with that. Shaquille Griffin got an interception. I love that signing.
Right. Beautiful. Love it.
I'll give you my second star. Blake Cashman.
Ooh.
11 tackles, 3 tackles for loss. He was just flying all over the field. Love to see that impact.
Yeah. Love that. My second star is going to go to Jordan Addison. Came back after being hurt for a few weeks. Kevin O'Connell called him out, said he'd been working his absolute tail off. Got scored 2 touchdowns, was targeted a bunch in this game, had a great move to get in the end zone on that run play. Welcome back, Jordan Addison. Love to see it. Love to see you back in the lineup. Obviously, JJ deserves some of that credit too. He's taking a lot of coverage away from Jordan Addison, but
100%.
He caught the ball when it was thrown to him. JA.
I'm with you. Who's your number 1 star then?
Number 1 star. This guy's got a great last name. I'll tell you that. One of the best last names. Byron Murphy Jr.
Yes.
Obviously, it was the turnovers came that he caused later in the game when the game was kind of At its peak, actually, their backers were coming back. If we didn't get those 2 turnovers, we might have lost that game. So Byron Murphy got a pick, punched out a ball, 2 big turnovers for us in the fourth quarter.
Hey, can you answer the phone right now and tell whoever's calling you, I'm in the middle of $1 million YouTube episode.
Oh, sorry. All right. My bad.
Answer it and embarrass them by saying.
No, it's my aunt. Okay, you go.
Okay. My number one, you just mentioned him, Jordan Addison. Dude, what a game to come back and have. I mean, I could give my number one star of the game every single week could be Justin Jefferson. I don't think I'll ever give him a star for that reason. But Jordan Addison, 2 touchdowns in his return and averaging 25 yards or 27 yards per catch on his catches. Big, deep threat. And I think when we were previewing this game, we mentioned Jordan Addison's going to be back, which opens up a lot for the offense because it gives Sam Darnold, not like he was before. I think that's what he was doing such a good job of the first 4 weeks. He didn't have to force it to JJ.
Yeah.
And now he's got Jordan Addison next week. Is it? Dude, it does TJ Hockey? Does he return?
Huck Daddy?
The Jets?
I think we wait till after the bye week. I think we should.
Yeah, I think he's like available too. Anyways.
Possibly. Yeah.
So yeah, Jordan Addison, number one star of the game. Absolutely.
And obviously, shout out, honorable mentions, Kevin O'Connell and Brian Flores, who have absolutely got these guys ready to freaking play. That's coaching. In the first quarter, to jump out to first half, jump out to the 28-0 lead and jump on
firing up the boys.
That's just ready to go right away. That's coaching, 100%. And dude, I'd love to see it.
Also, I have to mention, can we talk just a tiny bit about how take away 2 fumbles for the whole season and every single game's a blowout. The Aaron Jones fumble in the Niners game and the Jalen Naylor muffed punt. Right. 2 fumbles and all 4 of our games so far this year are blowouts. It's not even close.
I totally agree. That muff punt for them was momentum. It's all they needed to start getting back in the game. That was massive. And that's the one time I went to the bathroom and at a bar and didn't see that play was that muff punt. I heard the whole bar go, oh,
that's funny. All right. We're going to do pessimistic Pat, optimistic Max for the following week, which is get your alarms set early.
Yeah.
If you're on the East Coast or even Central Time, you get a little bit of a bigger break than we do here in Mountain Standard Time or Pacific Standard Time, but it is going to be an early riser of a game across the pond in London.
Get your alarms ready. Get your little bit of tea early in the morning. Get your little bit of bread, little English muffin in the morning. It's game time.
So if the Broncos defense was in Aaron Rodgers' lap all game long, what do you think the Vikings defense is going to do to Aaron Rodgers this week?
Maybe. Hey, if it's rainy again, it was rainy in New York, and I think that played a big factor. But if it's rainy again, boys, we're going to be all over that boy.
It doesn't even have to be rainy.
And he looks
doesn't
hurt,
have to
be honest. He looks slow. Yeah. He looks like a shell of himself. God, I'm scared. Honestly, if I'm a Jets fan, I'm scared he's not making it the rest of the year. That's when I watch him, he looks fragile as hell.
If I'm a Jets fan, I'm scared with how many huge egos there are in that locker room. They can't get along. I really like the Jets preseason. Obviously I thought if Aaron Rodgers is healthy, they got the defense, they got the weapons, but through 4 weeks, dude, I was looking at the schedule. I was like, oh shit, we have to play the Jets in London. Now I'm like, we get to play the Jets in London. Not that we're going to blow them out, but like, dude, from what we've seen, this should be a good game in our favor.
I don't even know what the spread is yet. We'll get to that. But,
well, yeah, we're going to tune into Wager Wednesday, which will be released on tomorrow on Wednesday.
Yeah. And if you're listening to this right now, they call me the pick god. With the spread this year, I've been 40-24, which is just unbelievable. So if you want to make money, I don't know if you like money or not, but if you like money, make sure to tune in.
Some people don't. Some people don't.
Some people don't want to win. People are
for
losers.
The people that do. Yeah, I know. For the people that do, you should definitely tune in. Also, I know we're 19 minutes in, but dude, subscribe and like this video. It's the Viktory. This is the start of a new life, really.
Right. If you're a Vikes fan, tune in. As much
No,
Vike
even
content
if you're
as we
not,
get.
it's not even all
Right.
Vikes. It's NFL, it's Vikings, it's whatever you want it to be.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, when we lose, maybe the Packers fans want to subscribe to watch when we lose. Okay.
Yeah,
Pessimistic Pat. This is the segment. Max is going to be optimistic. I'm going to be a little pessimistic on what I saw and what I'm continuing going to maybe see next week against the Jets. So Sam Darnold is going to be playing his old team, the Jets. When he was seeing ghosts playing for that team, little PTSD might creep in for the boy.
Okay.
A little bit of pressure on his shoulders. You know, the team that drafted him, the team that he played for, might be a little nervous, shaking in his boots. In London with not enough tea, not enough caffeine. Jets have been playing bad, and the Vikes have been playing so good that it's kind of a letdown spot. They do like to say hungry dogs run faster, and the Jets have got to be more hungry than the Vikes right now. We're sitting at the top of our division, 4-0. Jets are 2-2 with their star quarterback back. I think the Vikes fall to 4-1, and it's going to be in a fashion that we contemplate what we've seen this year so far. We're like, what kind of team do we have here? Do we have a team that's going to be like we played against the Niners against Houston?
I think it'll be that bad.
Or are we going to have a team that's going to play like this, like the second half of the Green Bay game? We got it. Yeah, that's my prediction. I mean, not my prediction, but that could happen.
Right. Okay. Yeah, that's what it's all about. That's what the segment's all about. Hey, what do you foresee? Because it goes hand in hand with pessimistic, Pat. What do you foresee with your preseason offensive player of the year, Garrett Wilson, for this game?
He's been absolutely buzzing, dude. I don't think he's done this year yet. I see him getting
15 catches.
No. 6 catches, 84 yards, and a touchdown. And a lot of it, garbage time.
Garbage time.
I'll say it.
All right. Well, if that's garbage time, that means we're going to win.
Well, that's my optimistic side. Let's hear yours.
Optimistic Max. I just said it. Our defensive line versus their offensive line. Bro. Do me a favor. Name a player on the Denver Broncos front seven. All right. Thank you.
Jim Bob Johnson.
Thank you. Now, so you think about, what did the Jets do versus that crappy Broncos front seven? Oh, they only put up 9 points? Okay, let's take the team that leads the league in sacks, that is sitting in Jordan Love's lap, CJ Stroud's lap.
Jordan loves lap.
And Brock Purdy's. Now let's take this front seven, plug and play into their O-line. Are you kidding me, bro? It's going to be an absolute feast in the backfield.
To play devil's advocate, Aaron Rodgers is brilliant, right? He's been a really good quarterback for a long time. He knows he's going to get pressured. He's going to have hot routes, people to hit right out of the backfield, little slants, things like that to be ready for the blitz, obviously. We've had some younger quarterbacks the last few weeks, which has helped. Jordan Love, in his second season. CJ Stroud, his second season. Brock Purdy, third season. Daniel Jones sucks. Let's just say that.
So do you think this is the final test for Brian Flores' great defense so far this year?
Right. It's a veteran defense, or a veteran quarterback, sorry. And veteran quarterbacks seem to play better against the blitz because they know what's coming. They know where their hot routes are. They know they're able to see, disguises better and things like that. So, yeah, it is a big test, I would say.
Okay. Should we move on to our final segment? Score prediction.
My actual prediction, I'm going to say 23-20 Vikes.
Okay. And I think it's going to be kind of an ugly game. I'm not going to lie.
Yep.
Offenses, they don't do as well overseas. Just because that little jet lag. I say we win 17-15. We're the scoring combination.
Yeah.
But I think we win like 17-15.
Okay.
Is what I see here. All right. Random favorite segment. It's not even close. It's so dumb, but it's just my favorite. Okay. Last week, my random Viking of the week was Jared Allen. And all Pat had to say was the number. And I guessed Marcus Sherrills. This week, Pat, Do you want to go first since I went
I'll go
first last
first.
week?
I'll go first. Okay. I'm going to go with a number again. This player wore 26.
26? Running back. Is there running back? Yeah, I'm going to say running back. I'm going to say like Amir Abdullah or something dumb.
No, he played defense.
Oh. What position?
He was 5'9", 180 pounds.
Cornerback or safety. Okay.
3-time Pro Bowl selection.
Really? Wait, do we have the same player, Pat? Andrew Sandejo?
No.
Do we have the same player?
No.
Oh, I just said my.
God, you're an idiot. I almost picked Anderson Dejo because the guy just ran headfirst into every brick wall. The guy was an idiot.
I just said my random Viking. I got
to find a new one.
I gotta think of a new one.
That's all right.
That was so dumb. Okay, who is it?
Great tackler at cornerback, and he's got a son that's in the league now, plays the same position.
Oh, Antoine Winfield.
Yeah,
I like that one.
Stud.
That's a good one. Well, thankfully for my Andrew Sandejo random Viking, I did have kind of a backup.
Okay.
This guy. Let's see. What's the first hint? Number's always a good one. I'll go college, Notre Dame.
Sam Bradford.
Nope. He was Oklahoma.
Fuck.
Okay. Really tall.
Notre Dame? I don't even know who went to Notre Dame. Really tall. Notre Dame. So tight end. Or D-line. Really tall Notre Dame. Okay, keep going. Offense or defense?
Offense.
Am I on the right track with the tight end?
I mean, you tell me, brother.
Oh, Kyle Rudolph.
And yes. And my next hint was going to be had probably the best nickname in Vikings history, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Red Zone Reindeer. Absolutely love that. Love that nickname. But yeah, Kyle Rudolph. I thought of Kyle Rudolph first, and then I was like, nah, let's do Andrew Sandejo. And then I totally sold, bro. That's the biggest sell in my life right there. Do we have the same player?
Okay. Well, everybody, get your cup of tea. Wake up in the morning. Put your alarms on nice and early. Watch the Vikings kick the Jets' fucking ass.
Let's go, Pat.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's have a game. Real episode number 1 of the Viktory being its own podcast. But episode number 2, you can find episode number 1 on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, RSS. You name it, it's there. I think that's it for first real episode of our channel.
Go Vikings.
I'm going to just be every single YouTuber. Like and subscribe. We just started up. Obviously, it helps. Goes a ways. Also, I will put I don't know the website name yet, but I will put the website down in the comments. So check out the new website. It's currently in the making. And then tomorrow, you can check out our first episode of Wager Wednesday.
Very fun. Love you, buddy.
Skull. Love you. Go Vikes. 4-0. Let's keep it going. Episode number 2, the Viktory.